Hi there, Facebook. And I guess anybody else who's watching this maybe on a recorded version on YouTube. Dr. Beth Westy here, and I'm going to talk about nutrient timing for the evening, what to eat, what not to eat, some specifics on that. This is all in honor of my upcoming book, The Female Fat Solution, where it talks about nutrition that matches your hormones, really working with your body instead of fighting against it. I also have a challenge group coming up, so if you are interested, click the link that is here and that's listed here with the video. And you can get that information on that challenge group. I go over meal plans, recipes, grocery lists, tons of support, tons of content. There's so much information there to help you be successful, and a group of women who are on the same journey that you are. And again, this is for women who really, you've done some things before, you've tried different nutrition programs, you've tried to, get healthier or lose weight or whatever, and maybe not had some success, and, maybe you're struggling, and you're like, oh, I feel like I'm just not working with my body. What's happening? This is the right thing for you, because it's going to really get everything moving, work with your metabolism, and get you a completely different result. Yay! The other thing is that as I share some information about nutrition timing for the evening, if you find this information helpful, if you would click the share button, I would so greatly appreciate it. When we talk about nutrient timing for the evening, there's a lot of different schools of thought out there, first off. So I want to address that. A couple of the main schools of thought here, and these are generalized, is kind of no eating 2 hours before bed, like minimum, right? Some people, they bump that up a little bit sooner, it's like 3 hours or so, to make sure that the basic premise behind this is that if you're eating a meal in the evening, you want to give your body a chance to digest it. So you want to be moving around. In a lot of different cultures and countries, people eat dinner and then actually go for a walk. So, oh, hi, Casey. Yeah, happy early Easter. I know it's Easter this weekend. So people actually eat a meal, and they may even eat a bigger meal. Like in France, they eat a bigger meal maybe later, but then they go for a walk. That helps your body digest that food. A lot of times here, people will eat a meal and then maybe sit on the couch for a little while, and your meal is late. Maybe you'll watch TV for an hour and then go to bed. It makes your digestive system really sluggish. So even bumping up that time earlier in the evening that you're eating, yes, I said that right, that allows your body more time to digest and process that food before you're going to bed. I'm not saying you should stay up later just to digest your food, but if maybe you don't have enough time before you're going to bed, right, I get it. Like, I have 3 kids, starting in, oh my gosh, in like 5 days, my son is going to turn 11, and then within 2.5 weeks, they all have birthdays. Yes. Bring on the jokes right now. They're all born within 2.5 weeks of each other. Okay, anyway, that's a whole nother story. But, so they, I just got distracted by all of that by talking about birthdays, because then I started thinking about birthday cake. Birthday cake. Anyway, so I have kids. I totally get that life gets busy. So they're going to be 11, 9, and 7. So I get that life gets busy. We got baseball season, softball, all these other things that, thanks, Casey. Yeah. So I get that life gets busy, and sometimes you're like, shoot, I did not get my dinner in early enough. It just happens to be later tonight. Ooh, but I don't want to stay up another 2 hours just because I have to digest my food before I go to bed. What are the rules here? Again, there's no hard and fast rule. Just know that you are going to help your digestive system, your metabolism, and everything in your results if you are eating earlier, giving your body more time to digest, and then letting your stomach kind of empty before you're going to bed. And if you can't do that, if you're eating later, do some type of activity. If you can go for a walk, go for a walk, even if it's 10 minutes. Even if it's a 10-minute walk, that movement is going to keep your digestive system moving and kind of bust through that food a little bit faster. Say it's not nice out or you can't go for a walk, do a little 10-minute Tabata at home. And it doesn't have to be intense. It doesn't have to be like, dripping sweat or anything. Just get some movement, start doing something, dance around, get some blood flowing, because that's going to help move your digestive system along, versus it just your food sitting there like a rock in your gut as you're going to bed. That's what really slows down your digestive system, makes it tougher to absorb food, You wake up sometimes with a sour stomach, just some other issues there. So that's one school of thought, making sure you're eating either early enough or having activity after dinner, some light activity to keep your digestive system moving so it's empty, and so you're entering a really good fasting period at night. So essentially while you're sleeping, say, sleep for 8 hours, even if you're not asleep the whole time. But you give your digestive system a break. You give it a rest. During that time, it's really important for it to repair all the damaged cells, regrow things. It has a specific purpose during that time. And the more time you give it, and the more, the easier job you give it, the better it's going to do at repairing the next day. The better your digestive system works, the more nutrients you can absorb, the better your immune system works, the better your metabolism works, all these other things there. Oh, hi, Jen. So that's why it's really important that you're super nice to your guts. Your guts are real important. So that's the one school of thought about eating, not eating, no food. I should have been more clear with my picture, right? This was not clear. But not eating food 2 hours before bed. That's the first one. The second one is, say you're eating an earlier dinner, like 6 o'clock, 5:30 or 6 o'clock, and you're eating a meal. And then you're going to go to bed at 9:30. You have some straight protein about 30 minutes before bed. Specifically, people will do this, and I've talked about this before, and I can chat about this. And there's some other resources. If you're interested in this, let me know. I can hook you up with a great resource about this protocol specifically. I just wanted to talk about why it works. So this is having some straight protein right before bed. So no carb, no fat, straight up protein. Most of the time people use a whey protein, like a protein powder. You can use, plant-based or other things, or like egg whites. That works too. If you're just having like an egg white omelet or something before bed. So that's possible as well. But just know that the whey protein has been proven in studies to build muscle, lean muscle the fastest, especially while you're sleeping at night. So that's the purpose of doing, I'll just put that on here. So this is specifically a whey protein. So if you have questions on that or what you're really looking for, because if you're not taking the right whey protein, I actually was chatting with a gal earlier today, and she was like, some things are happening, but my guts are really hurting. And I was like, well, what are you taking? And she told me the brand, and I was like, no, stop. Like literally, if you just change this one thing, it's going to be life altering for you, because it's just something that's going to rot your guts. Anyway, and I can honestly say this because I've tried like everything. Because I like to experiment with things. Anyway, side note. So straight protein, specifically a whey protein, a clean source, something that's grass-fed is preferred, of course, but that about 30 minutes before you go into bed. So say you're going to bed at 9:30, you would have this at, 9 o'clock, and then go to bed at 9:30. You want, at least 20 grams of protein as well before you're going to bed. Again, it's got to hit that 20-gram mark. Let me write that down too. You got to hit that 20-gram mark. 20 grams. Got to be 20 grams if you're going to start protein muscle synthesis, and that's the purpose of getting this protein in. Getting protein before you're going to bed is going to, your growth hormone is most active between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So while you're sleeping, all this stuff happens in your body, right? You can tap into that and enhance that and have it work better for you, increasing your metabolism, increasing the fat burning in your body. Literally, these things are physiologically happening in your body. All you're doing is turning these switches on by eating protein 30 minutes before bed. Crazy. That's it. But again, it is no carb and not a lot of fat. Maybe a little bit, I like to make my little recipe here with a little bit of peanut butter because I love peanut butter. But not a ton. It's not like a complete nutrient meal like I always talk about. This is a very different protocol for before bed. But the results are astounding. Astounding, because it helps build lean muscle while you're sleeping and everything else. So, so there's these kind of two things. Now, this is something that you might hear people talk about, or they do their protein at night before bed, all those things. Again, whey protein, again, you can use egg whites, something like that, to get that larger amount of protein in. Not something that you have to do all the time, but say you've reached a plateau, say you're stuck with something, say you're, ooh, you know what, I really want to tighten up this area around my belly. How do I target that belly fat even more? How do I turn on those mechanisms in my body? this would be something to do for that. But again, you don't have to do this all the time. This would be like, I'm going to do this for a week or 10 days. Focus on that and then go back to something like this. So, yes. Is there Maggie? Yes, there is, Maggie. I will message you about that because sometimes it depends on what your goals are and different amounts, because there's different amounts and things. So I'll chat with you about that. Cheryl, what happens if you're allergic to whey and dairy? Excellent question, Cheryl. So you can use a grass-fed or a plant-based protein here as well. I just recommend adding in a branched chain amino acid as well, because the branched chain amino acids have a specific muscle building capacity that is just not available in a vegan protein. Branched chain amino acids are, so I won't get into it, but I would say yes. You could do like a dairy-free protein. You've seen this, yeah. Do a dairy-free protein plus some branched chain amino acids. That way you're getting the protein in and you're getting those amino acids in for muscle building. So it's a little bit different, but you can do basically the same thing as this before bed. So, excellent question. Thank you for asking that. Because there are a lot of people who have a hard time with dairy or really want the, result here or want to try playing around with this for a little while. Again, if you do it once, you're not going to wake up the next morning and be like, ooh, look at all my muscles. Woo! No, you have to do it for like a week and then let everything upload in your system to see the results. So that's kind of how that works. But other than that, doing this and then really nutrient timing before bed, waiting, letting your stomach rest, letting your digestive system have that repair process go on. Again, sometimes, so for me personally, I switch off between a dairy-free and a whey protein source myself, just because my body handles that better. But I do notice that if I'm really trying to build more muscle, I will do this before bed and then I take a break from it for a while. So yeah, Amy's, I think, casein protein versus whey protein. Excellent question, Amy. So casein protein is just milk. Studies have shown that it is not as effective in muscle building than whey protein. So I don't want to say it's bad, but it's a little bit different. Most of the time what I recommend is actually a blend of a few different things. A whey might have some casein in there. Focus on weights and abs versus cardio for 10 days. Excellent question there. So you want to try this, Maggie, for 10 days and implement this. I would say if you're focusing more on weight training and interval training, so you can do some cardio, but it would be interval, you're going to get the most result out of that as quickly as possible. Adding in the whey protein, doing this protocol, of course, eat healthy, right? This is not, I go to McDonald's all day and then I'm going to get skinny by doing this. No. But the weight training and everything else, because then, it's triggering your body to build more of that lean muscle. It's triggering these different mechanisms to kind of turn on. Yes. Oh, thanks, Jen. Yes. So, Maggie, I'll message you because I actually have a few different things that you can do. I can send you some stuff, too. So if anybody else wants it, wants any of these other resources that I have for if you want to jump in and try this for a little while, let me know. Message me and I can shoot some stuff over to you so you can go through and try some of this stuff, because it's not hard to do as long as you remember to do it. Again, I have kids, so sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally going to do this tonight. It's at 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm thinking about it. And then at, 8 o'clock at night, I'm trying to herd cats that are my children and they're running all over, and then it just doesn't, right? They don't go to bed at 8, right? They went to bed at 9 tonight, 9:15. That's how it works. Whatever. You understand. I know you do. Okay. So anyway, these are the 2 schools of thought. Again, if you have more questions or if you want more resources or I can talk more about this or how this works or what to do, because it really is fabulous, the results that it gets. And I love how it works with the natural body mechanism. Again, your body naturally does these things. All you have to do is supply it with the right nutrients to have it get this result. Yay! All right. So, yes, again, if you found this helpful, if you would click the share button, I would so appreciate it, because not enough women know this information. And I don't want to say how easy it is, but how to break it down for their own bodies and to know that, yes, you can go through different phases of eating or nutrition. Say you're really focused, okay, for 3 months, or I'm going on vacation, or I want to look awesome for the 4th of July. what do I do? Maybe 3 weeks out of the month, I'm going to do this. And then that 1 week a month, I'm going to do this. And that's going to be one of the nutrition tweaks that you make. Great. Super easy to do. And as long as you're getting the right type of things, the right combination here, you're going to get a great result. So yeah. All right. That's what I have for you guys tonight. Everybody have a great night, and I will chat with you later.